The weather has finally broken. We're here on day 3 in the barn, 3.5 if you want to say it that way. But anyway, we're going to concentrate on some small bits today. We're going to be filling these in kind of one by one, shape by shape, because there's no sense in doing it any other way. I'm going to start out with this triangle piece, and then I'll probably come over and do this little piece, and then we'll do a little piece here that kind of fills in all this weirdness. All the while we'll have our pipe installed to make sure we don't shrink too much to make that impossible. But I know it looks like a patchwork and it kind of looks funky, but once we get it all ground down, hopefully it'll all make sense and look like it's intended to be there. This is when all your little scrap pieces finally come into play. We've got rights and lefts, and it does matter. These are lefts, I believe. And you can see the material on the left curls up. The material on the right stays quasi-straight. When you get this small, they don't really stay straight anymore. That's all right, we can hammer them flat again. Turning our attention to this hole now. I've got a piece that's fit decent on the edge here. And there's a slight bend down, and we can't really put this in the brake or anything, but I can use a set of pliers and just kind of fake in this shape a little bit. That's cool. All right, the last major piece here. I kind of bent this up to step down. I mean, it's a weird little shape, but it's just kind of the filler piece to make all of this go. This is it. So we're gonna tack this in place here. get you guys oriented here. Driver's door, front wheel well. This is like the kick panel. And the previous owner had started to form this piece up. Didn't do a terrible job here. Maybe this was a bought piece, but I doubt it just because of the way it looks. So I went ahead and got it all clamped kind of where I wanted it. I've marked as close as I could to some of these perimeter lines. So we're gonna cut those lines right now and then start seeing how it fits together. For those who might be thinking funny thoughts right now, I don't know if you can see this finger, but I tore the ligaments in this finger several weeks ago and it still hasn't healed, and I have no grip strength. So doing some of this handwork has just been a bear. I'm trying, guys. I have to use this. Okay. Okay. I've rolled this little dish over my knee several times just to get it fitting as good as it can. It looks like maybe one more time, but it's fitting really, really good where we cut it on the other side. So at this point, I have enough confidence in where we're at to mark this section here. And there's one little spot I can't get my marker to. So I feel like we're just gonna have to continue the line and go with it. So let's do that right there. This actually belonged to my wife's granddad. He was a sheet metal mechanic for TWA, so these tools helped keep the airlines afloat back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Oh, that's a good fit, that's a good fit, that's a good fit. Maybe, like I said, just one more roll back in here and I think we'll have it. It's just that piece of exhaust pipe. Just kind of forming it over the edge there. Trying to get it nice and round so it fits. I'm gonna start by tacking, just lining these panels up. And tacking a couple known good points. All right, now this surface here is kind of tricky. So I'm gonna let go of that end of it, and then we can just work it around as we go. So we'll get it level. I've got to go visit the gentleman who sold me this car and get the title and some other paperwork today. Visit the upholstery shop, that should be cool. But I have to make one little section in here, and that should be it for this footwell repair. We are at the upholstery store. This is National Fabric in Kansas City, Kansas. These guys have got like 40,000 rolls of upholstery. They have hides too, but not as many hides as they do vinyl. Picking up just some generic fabric out of the scrap bin just to cover the bottoms of the seats and so forth. But this Bolta has got this cognac color that I really dig. This is the color of the car, the valley blue cognac. I think those two are great. It's got some interesting texture to it as well. And I got a bunch of foam door cards. We are up on the front wheel well here again. This is that kick panel. There's a little hole down in here, and we're back to the chiclet game again. I've got a piece that I just threw in that cheapo Harbor Freight brake and broke it. And essentially, I just need it to fill in here, and then we're gonna come back with another piece right here and fill in the remaining gap. But this piece, I'm gonna weld this edge, weld a little bit of this edge, and then we're gonna hammer the dog meat out of it on the inside to get it to fit right. And I know that sounds brutal and not precise and everything else, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 converging angles and bits and pieces. And even from the factory, the stampings are always kind of mushy in places like this. So that's how we're going to do it. That is it for, is this day 3 or 4? I don't know. It's Wednesday. I'll call it day 4. Anyway, that's it for today. I think I'm gonna stop there before I do anything silly. It's getting late at night. But car's coming along. The structural aspect of it, I'm super happy with. So just taking my time, making it go. We'll catch you guys on the next one.